Welcome to the next installment of our ongoing YouTube video series on technology, law, and business. My name is Christopher Neufeld of Neufeld Legal. And in this particular YouTube video, we will discuss why it is important to be looking at pursuing the recovery of a domain name, or recovering your business name, personal name, technically, that's been subverted by someone else for purposes on the internet through the use of a URL, domain name, that is utilizing your business name, your personal name, for their own commercial purposes through the World Intellectual Property Organization, or WIPO. Now, the reason we look at this is that all too often people approach lawyers and with legal matters that are very particular, and there is a very particular stream of dealing with something to greater efficiency. And if the lawyer is not fully familiar with these nuanced aspects, they might well pursue you down a conventional route, a route that they know well of. And the normal route will be to utilize the existing court system that is in every city and run by the states, the provinces, the federal government, and the like, to try to effectuate a process which is exceedingly broad as opposed to being specific. And it deals with, so what they try to do is they would try to take and say, your name is being misappropriated, whether you're a business, a personality, a celebrity, a sports star, and we're going to try to recover this by using an archaic system and try to shove it in because that's what we know best. Well, unfortunately, that is how you create exceedingly great expenses and you slow down the entire process. Now, it might be viable in certain circumstances where WIPO doesn't really provide the adequate forum. Nevertheless, what you really should be looking to achieve is to try to effectuate the recovery of your business name, your personality from the internet with the appropriate tools that have been created, such as the international body which was designed for purposes of dealing with these matters. So you have an international body that's been designed specifically for dealing with these matters, which means not only are the rules designed for it, but the parties who are arbitrating it, because this is arbitration, the decision makers are well informed as to what the rules are and how they apply and what the precedents are. And on top of that, you have the internet companies that oversee the allocation of domain names and control domain names, knowing full well the decisions that come down from this body are to be accepted and to be fulfilled, because they understand that this body has been given authority by a larger internet community to oversee these matters, so that they are insulated and when they take action on the basis of a WIPO decision, and then proceed to reallocate the domain name, the URL, to what is seen as the appropriate party, the person or business that legitimately should be taking commercial advantage of that name. And that is why you should be taking this route, because all of the interested parties are well familiar with it, are legally comfortable with it, and will legally process it. So what does this do for yourself? Well, it in effect accelerates the process. It keeps the process streamlined because the steps are all put in place and it will proceed in that order. And especially when you engage knowledgeable legal counsel like ourselves who undertake this kind of work, then the process should be able to move very swiftly. It does move swiftly. And oftentimes, it moves more swiftly than one would expect. Because what tends to happen is when the lawyers know what needs to be done, they can advise the other side as to the fact that the outcome is all but certain. And they will cite precedent. They will advise them that there really is no recourse in this if they can frame the proper case. You might not even need to proceed to going to a case. So that is the outstanding benefit of this process. Yes, it doesn't necessarily provide you with the basis for significant damages, and you may need to pursue that afterwards. But the question then becomes, how much are you going to recover from these individuals? Because typically, there is not a lot that is to be recovered. Most of these individuals have burnt all the money they've gained and are technically charlatans operating out there. Even so, they might also be difficult to find. And that difficulty means damages recoveries are not necessarily what you're looking for. And that also means you don't want a long and lengthy process. Because unlike other circumstances where the party might be able to pay you money, these parties typically are so elusive or so unwilling to pay that you're not going to get much in the way of money. Yes, if you identify someone who has considerable amounts of money, that might be an appropriate manner to pursue them in a second suit. But your primary action should be to pursue in an immediate fashion the recovery of your business name, your personal name, from these usurpers who have been utilizing it in URLs, domain names, to their own commercial advantage. For more information, specifics, and paid legal services in this aspect, do not hesitate to contact yourselves, as we are more than available to assist yourself wherever you might be in pursuing this matter. Given that this is an international matter that allows people from all over the world to engage the right lawyers and the right institution to advance the program that they see and they need for their protection and the recovery of their business name or their personal name from these improper usurpers. Thank you.